All right, let's talk about Tomb Raider. Jorge, what are your feelings about Tomb Raider?
Well, I heard that it's free roam and surviving.
Kind of asking more about the whole series, but all right.
All right.
New Tomb Raider will have open world, survival, different looking Lara Croft.
Yeah. Actually, I heard in the new Tomb Raiders, they're going to stop having the showgirl. Because usually when they release every Tomb Raider, they have some hot chick in tight clothes dancing and prancing with guns and all. But Activision, or whatever company makes the series, Square Enix is going to stop that. So there's no more pretty girls to look at when you're like pre-ordering Tomb Raider.
You pre-order Tomb Raider a lot?
Well, just to look at the girls. I mean, other than that, no.
It's a lot of money just to look at girls. There's probably a better way you could do that. Anyway, not going down that road. Talking about paying to see pretty girls. That's something someone who plays World of Warcraft might do.
I don't play World of Warcraft.
Denial.
Yeah.
Denial.
All sorts of denial. But let's talk World of Warcraft Cataclysm is out now. Jorge, what are your feelings on that?
I just saw the trailer and looks pretty cool.
Everything looks pretty cool.
Now, our resident World of Warcraft expert, Khalil Nanji, who was on Podcast Zero, which is available nowhere because it was terrible, is not here. So we don't have anything to say about World of Warcraft, but I thought I'd bring it up so I could wreck the podcast.
Yeah.
Edward, what do you think about that?
Actually, I'm an ex-WoW player. I think I quit last March or something. But I don't know, I'm not really much of a fan of WoW anymore. But I think Catalysm may just be a new lure to get players back into the game again because they're redoing all the starting zones. It's supposed to be a whole new, funnier leveling experience, but my experience wasn't that fun, so I'm not going to go for it again.
Wow, I'm impressed. You've been clean for 9 months.
Yeah.
Keeping it going, Edward. Good job. All right. Speaking of Edward, let's talk about some PC tech stuff. Edward, are you excited about PC tech stuff?
Oh man, this is my section. Video games and entertainment. I mean, computer hardware, technology. Oh man, right up my alley. Here, what do you want me to start off with?
Here, I'll intro it. First, I'd like to say that I agree with you. The stuff you play your entertainment on, way better than the actual entertainment. You've hit the nail on the head. What do you think, Jorge?
Hit the nail on the head.
What?
Hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
All right, Edward. What is the Google CR48?
Oh, yes, the new Google OS, or Chrome OS. There's the top dog Windows, and there's Apple, and now there's going to be Google into the...
Linux.
Yeah, and Linux. That's funny you should mention that, because the Chrome OS is actually based off of the Linux operating system.
I'm so smart.
Herp derp. But yeah, it's a neat little laptop. So Google's making hardware, and you've seen the Android phones. Google's kind of a bit meh about making hardware, but I don't know, this new Google laptop thing looks pretty cool. Looks like a complete replica of the those iMacs, but just done right.
Ooh, sick burn.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, it boots up super fast. It has a 16 gigabyte SSD, and it can do very fast wireless because it is basically all internet based. So basically, when you don't have internet, that's when shit hits the fan.
We do not condone foul language here on the Dietrich Gamecast.
Wow, we have to put this under explicit now.
So, this is the last time Edward's going to be on the podcast, so say goodbye to him.
Oops.
But, before we kick you off, Edward, why don't you talk about the NVIDIA 570?
Well, yeah, if you haven't heard the big news on what happened December the 7th, other than Catalysm coming out for World of Warcraft, NVIDIA released their second best 500 series graphics card. Because the current top dog from NVIDIA is the 580, and now they released the 570. So it's probably slightly cheaper, performance is slightly less, but I mean, other than that, it is all pretty good.
You seem very knowledgeable on this card.
Yeah, well, you know, I have my sources that I get my my tech news from, Maximum PC. But I don't know. I do as much as I do like Nvidia. I'm more of an ATI person. They're more bang per buck.
Wait, hold on. NVIDIA?
Yeah.
That is definitely not how that is pronounced.
Oh.
NVIDIA.
Nvidia? Man, I can't pronounce anything, to be honest. Maybe I even said ATI wrong.
You also spelled NVIDIA wrong on our show notes, which is great. There's no I in between the N and the V. So, since that graphic card topic went so well, let's talk more generally about graphic cards. Jorge here.
Oh.
Hey, bud. He's looking for a new graphics card to play iRacing. And we thought since Edward is such an expert, that we'd ask him, what kind of card should Jorge get?
Eating pretzel, sorry. Okay. Well, to recommend something I actually need to know what iRacing is. I know nothing about iRacing.
So, I think that'll do it for the Dietrich Gamecast.
You guys don't want to teach me?
iRacing, computer racing game. It has a subscription fee. What is it, like $10 a month, something like that? And you have to buy new cars and tracks, $12 a piece. I don't know any of the graphic specifications. If we had done the slightest bit of research before this podcast, maybe we would be better prepared, but no. You gotta deal with the cards you've been given. How are those pretzels treating you guys?
I'm kind of going through them. I don't mind them. I mean, I think the salt squares are there just for looks, though. I don't think there's any salt in this.
The salt is picking up.
There's 40% less sodium than our regular Safeway pretzels. Do you guys feel like you're getting healthier eating these pretzels?
No.
Well, they're filling my stomach. I mean, George's food here ain't the most filling, but I mean, that's me dissing on George's lunch. But other than that, the pretzels are... George is right, though. The salt is picking up.
Today, for our Dietrich Gamecast lunch, we had some sort of thin crust pizza. Pepperoni pizza? You know, I'm a big fan of pepperoni pizza. Unfortunately, mushrooms. What were you thinking, Jorge?
I didn't buy it.
Excuses. Edward, you're with me on the mushroom thing, right?
Yeah, I'm never really much for mushrooms. I mean, I just trucked right through. I didn't start becoming a pansy and start trying to pick off each mushroom.
All right. Let's cool it with insulting the host. Yeah, I'd pick the mushrooms off. Like pizza sauce got underneath my thumbnail. It was no kinds of good. Speaking of thumbnails, video games. That's what we were talking about, right? Jorge, do you have anything else to add on video games?
Are we going to talk about Hot Pursuit?
Let's talk about Hot Pursuit. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, the latest from Criterion Games, makers of Burnout.
Yeah.
Edward's excited.
I'm more excited for Criterion games. I'm not much for Need for Speed or Hot Pursuits, but I love Burnout.
Well, then I think you might like this game. It's quite similar to Burnout, but it also has its roots in an amazing classic game.
Hot Pursuit 2?
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. So let's go down the titles for this series. The first game, Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. Second one, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. This one, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Good titling. But I've kind of been liking the game. What do you think, Jorge?
I just played the demo for the new Hot Pursuit, and I like the graphics.
The graphics are amazing. I was really, really impressed by the graphics. Way better than PC.
Bull.
That's true. That is not true in the slightest. But yeah, fun game. Plays cops. Lay down some spike strips. Helicopters. Lay down some helicopters on the road. Use their blades to cut people in half.
It sounds like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, it's pretty much Grand Theft Auto, but with more helicopters. And that's impressive, because there's a lot of helicopters in Grand Theft Auto. Okay, disregard it. None of that is true. All right, our tech stuff's back. Our computer just died because somebody didn't move the mouse.
Screensaver, I tell you. George was right.
Screensaver, that is the thing that ruined our podcast, not our ability. So remember that, and be sure to tune back in next week for the next Dietrich Gamecast. For Edward, anything to plug, Edward?
No, not really. I think I said everything I had to say.
YTBY Lover on YouTube. Jorge.
George.
For these guys, I'm Jeremy Matthews, signing up for this week. Dietrich Gamecast. Goodbye.
And